A piano and a vocal sample combined is just perfect for an R&B beat. What's up and welcome back, and today I'm gonna create a chill R&B beat with a crazy vocal. So let's get started. So for this beat I'm gonna adjust the BPM to 90 because I want to give the chill vibe and still give the beat some velocity by adding the hi-hat pattern. So I'm gonna create a simple and a beat which is for beginners. So for sure one of the most obvious elements when it comes to creating R&B beats is using a simple piano. I've just updated to the Arturia Collection 9 and this one includes the Piano V3. I mean, the visuals on this plugin are awesome and I've added some great new pianos. So for an R&B beat I want to look for an upright piano. So for example, let's pick the live upright piano. This one. And I want to start off with an emotional chord progression. So first I'm gonna adjust the scale. So I'm gonna select Option, View, Scale Highlighting right here. And then I'm gonna select F sharp, minor, natural. So right now let's start off with simple F, like this. Just 2 notes and 1 up. And then create a simple chord. So I'm playing around with the chord. And then just add the next one, which is a B and a C. So I want a chord to last half a step. So I'm gonna lengthen the notes of the chord. So I'm gonna grab this pointer and then press Option and drag it to the right. So it will automatically adjust to the grid. Control B, Control C. In the second part, we're gonna do something different. So I do not want to get too repetitive. So I'm gonna copy this one again, Control B, 1 octave lower. So maybe adjust this one to A and this F, which seems logic when looking at the chord progression. So right now press Option S. I'm gonna strumize the melody. So we're gonna adjust the velocity and let's have a listen. I will now accept, sounds perfect. So I've played around with the velocity of the whole chord progression. I'm gonna turn down 1 octave. And I'm turning it down 1 octave because I want to add another layer on top of this one. So let's use Analog Lab 5. I'm gonna search for a E piano. So just let's pick this classic E piano. So let's copy the full chord progression and paste it into the new E piano, turn up 1 octave. So right now it fills up the full spectrum of frequencies. So I've made some adjustments to the original preset from the E piano. And right now I'm gonna link those elements, link them to the mixer, remove some of the high frequencies of the E piano. So I'm gonna use a high cut. So that's it, adjust the velocity. And right now I'm gonna add a bass line. So I'm gonna use Serum. So I've just released this new Serum bass presets pack. It's available on my website. So I'm gonna select one of the presets. So for example, let's pick bass preset 3. So right now I'm just gonna follow these notes. So select B, C, and this one. Also link this one to the mixer. I'm gonna remove that distortion. So remove the high frequencies, use a high cut filter again. So that sounds perfect. And right now I'm gonna pick a vocal sample. So I've played around with Arcade, but I couldn't find a sample which fits perfectly. But I found this one in a Cymatics pack. And it goes perfect together. 1 octave lower. Top-notch vocal sample for sure. So I think that's it when it comes to creating all the melodies. And I'm gonna add the drums because I want to leave a lot of room for the artist. So right now I've dragged in some random samples. So let's start off by building the drum pattern. So first let's draw in this simple snare. So very simple, and right now we're gonna add the hi-hat. So I'm gonna create something which goes pretty fast, like this. But in most of those R&B beats, the hi-hat pattern is very bouncy. So we're gonna create something similar. So I'm gonna play around the velocity. So we're gonna create something like this, which is very wavy. So as you can see, one hi-hat is followed up by a more quiet hi-hat. So let's create an 8-bar loop, but right now it sounds way too static. So I'm gonna press Option R. And this is the randomizer. And make sure to disable reset before processing, because otherwise the adjustments we've already made will be deleted. Now we're gonna turn down the velocity a little bit. So I think this hi-hat pattern fits perfectly. So right now we're gonna add the kick. So also this kick sounds pretty awesome, so I'm going to link them to the mixer. Reduce the volume of the bass line, because right now it's way too overwhelming. Because it's way too loud. Add an EQ to the kick, because there are some frequencies which I don't like. So reducing some of the high frequencies. Removing that boxiness of the kick. And also let's reduce the volume of the hi-hats. Way more balanced right now. So right now let's add the open head. And select control, and I'm going to select node panning because I want to add panning to the open head. So select this one, and for example pan this one to the right, to the left, to the right, something like this. Make it repeat. So that's it. Simple trick. So I wanted to add another open head. This one, which is phased. So I'm gonna add this one right here. Reduce the volume. Perfect. So I think that's it when it comes to creating the melodies and the drums. And right now I'm going to create the final beat and show you the final outcome. So this is the final beat, and I've made some small adjustments. So I've recorded this E-piano. I've also made some adjustments to the particular preset. And then I've recorded it and reversed it. So it sounds like this. Turn up the pitch. So 12 semitones or 1 octave. So right now it goes perfect together with the E-piano. Sounds awesome. Then I've also recorded the root note from the piano and also reversed it. And added a lot of reverb. And I've also added one more percussion, which is pretty awesome. Also with a lot of reverb. And I've added this just to keep it interesting. So right now we're gonna have a listen to the final beat. So the focus sample, 1 octave lower. The swooping up effect. Also adjusted the pitch of the bass because I think previously it was way too deep. Spacious, vocal coming in, and the E-piano. remove the kick. For now I'm layering both vocal samples. And it still leaves a lot of room for the final vocalist or artist. And I think that's the whole point when it comes to creating those R&B beats. So the reverse chorus are coming in again, the reverse E-piano. Kick, so use a cutoff filter on the kick. Percussion coming in. Just a piano and the bass. Our now is building up again exactly the same way as it did previously. So I think that's it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in one of my next tutorials.